I'm Arch Prelate Alzor, and I'll be taking you through now the creation of East Rim. This subject has been studied for many years by a multitude of scholars and historians alike. The stories and myths for the creation of the world go back even further, to times where races were nothing but mere tribes hunting and gathering and forming the first known civilizations. Despite this, however, there are two possibilities that are now commonly accepted amongst the race of Mortuul, in some slight differences in characters and names here and there, and depending on who you are talking to. These possibilities are as follows. The gods and the Great Stone. The gods of the astral planes forged the stone of Mortuul, a symbol of their power and unity. It was agreed soon after that life should be created in their image and live upon the stone and allowed to flourish, unaware of the gods and have complete freedom of will. This, however, was not to the liking of all, and some of whom demanded the new creation should be ruled and grown to serve their creators. A divide soon erupted between the two ideals, escalating quickly to what would be known as the Eternal War. It is said that the eons of fighting between these two sides tore holes in the very fabric of existence itself, creating the many planes we now know of today. This war would be fought to a complete stalemate, with the gods of the astral planes championing on the side of freedom and those banished to the great hells beneath, wanting to enslave the populace. This is the most popular and wide known of the creation myths, and is used to explain the many gods and pantheons that are followed around the world and why we have multiple planes of existence on Mortuul. Also, it is important to understand that since recorded history, you will find there have been many individuals that have used their belief to further their own gains and bring about near cataclysmic events on the planet itself. Others say the gods grant them the power to heal and help becoming prophets of the gods' eventual return. Although this possibility is shrouded in myth, it should not be completely discounted, as it is the most widely believed possibility amongst all the races of the world. There have been multiple events through history that could be the result of the gods of the Eternal War spilling out onto our plane. The Void and the Shattering. This is a far simpler possibility, and while only recently been discussed by scholars and academics and alike, it has become more and more popular. In the beginning there was nothing, a black empty void of nothingness, no light, no life. Even the void itself is incomprehensible to us mere mortals. And after an event theorised as the Shattering, the void erupted in a blast of energy that left tears in it. Each of these, through the energies that spilt, would begin to form life, weather, fauna and flora, and so on. Each tear is a plane of existence within a universe so large we cannot measure it. This possibility has been used to explain the arcane energies that are present upon our world and other planes. As mentioned previously, this is a more recent theory, which, while challenged by those who adhere to the ancient Great Stone myth, it, like its followers, have gained much more momentum in the recent years. Interestingly, some have even attempted to intertwine both, saying it was the gods who caused the shattering of the void when they created life, and everything that we experience is merely the after effects of their power. Both of these possibilities are acceptable, as there is still much in the world and beyond we don't understand yet. Could it be a war that has raged for eons for the souls of every individual? A rupture in an incomprehensible void, or even, as the giants of the Winterlands believe, the result of a wrestling contest between two friends? It is purely up to the individual and how they perceive life and all of its miracles within. Right, so that's the creation myths of East Rim and the world of Mortuul. Now, the original idea behind that was so any rule set, although we played Dungeons & Dragons at the time, you could use any rule set and any pantheon of gods to fit in and basically build this world around it, and that's still the idea to this day. I want it to be, completely agnostic, in that you can pick your favourite RPG system and just play within this world. So the two creation myths were just two that we came up with over time. There is technically a third at the moment from the most recent campaign, but we'll go into more of that with the Tapestry of Time in the next video. As some of you might notice, I've not done a country following the Elise episode, so I've actually managed to find my original notes that I wrote out from the as if it were a book, so from the creation right the way through. So we're just going to follow that format now. The next video in the next couple of days will be the Tapestry of Time, which is an artefact that records everything in living history, on Mortuul and Eastrim itself. And then we'll go through after that, and then it'll go into the nations, which Elise, obviously that's now already part of, and that episode's done. I'll probably re-upload it with a better video, because I had some comments asking, you know, could you show the map with the areas that you're actually mentioning, rather than the nice images that I'd generated on an AI art thing. So I'll be doing that, I'll be re-uploading that, so it just fits in chronological order. So that's the creation of Eastrim and the two major beliefs in how the world was made. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode with about the tapestry of time.